figuring it out?
Yeah, I think some things are starting to click over on that end. They've been good for 2 or 3 weeks now, and for us to go out against a really good hitting team against A&M and allow them only one run, can't say enough about Hess's performance, and all the other guys out of the pen were awesome. So,
what do games like this teach y'all, coming back against a good team?
Yeah, so I mean, we're never out of it, especially when it's only one run. We know our bullpen's going to try to do their best to hold us there. Like I said, those guys got a great pitching staff, one of the better ones in the country, and we just found a way to win tonight. So.
Do you expect every game with A&M to be like this, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I think since I've been here, just about every game's been super close. I remember 2 years ago they hit a home run like in the bottom of the 8th or top of the 9th or something like that here, and it was just devastating. I just remember that. Those guys are a good ball club, and looking forward to it. Good, yeah. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Okay, well, I tell you that. Regardless of whether we came back to win the game or not, I just thought that was a tremendous ball game. What a great college game. Ironically, until their kid dropped the ball and then they had an error on the relay, I thought it was just such a well-played game, crisply played by both teams. Pitchers were outstanding. John Doxaxis, who I know well from coaching him last summer, pitched his heart out. But Zach Hess battled. He didn't have great stuff tonight, but he battled hard, and our bullpen was absolutely phenomenal. And, of course, Josh had a big swing. You know, at one point, we had, I think, 4 hits, and at least 2 or 3 of them were kind of fortunate for us. You know, they were like, cheap infield hits or whatever, okay? But then I thought we hit a lot of balls really hard off of John, and unfortunately, they were either right at somebody or they made terrific plays. I thought Chris Reed had an RBI single, but, the kid made a nice play and they positioned him properly. We hit a lot of balls hard. I thought John Doxaxis pitched great, but I also think that our kids competed hard against him. We just didn't have anything to show for it. And then we got a break. We got a big break, a little bit of Alex box magic with the right fielder misplaying the ball and then them messing up on the relay, and of course Brandt's great speed. And I thought Nolan Kane was terrific as the third base coach there, did it exactly the way you're supposed to. And and then once we got the game tied, hey, it's now between the bullpens, and their Miller kid is a lot like Fontenot, really. And we just got one good swing on the ball, more than they did at the end, and so we end up getting to go home happy tonight and get ready for a big day tomorrow.
How quickly did you go from frustrated to happy that Brandt kept putting the ball in the air?
I wasn't frustrated at Brandt putting the ball in the air because he hit both those balls that he hit really good. The first one, I didn't know he could hit a ball that far. I thought the center fielder wasn't even going to get to it. But, he ran it down, and then the ball to right field, he hit good as well. But, Brandt's game's got to be putting the ball on the ground. But, when the ball that worst ball he hit of the 3 was the last one, and I don't know what happened. I obviously don't know the boy to ask him, but I don't know, maybe our fans had something to do with it. I hope that they were into the game and put a little pressure on him. I don't know. I'd have to look at the replay to see what happened. But, Brandt's, we got a lucky deflection where it went towards the outfield fence, and Brandt was hustling all the way and has great speed. And then, Nolan was way down the line, so he could make a late decision to stop him, which allowed Brandt to be well around the base. Once he saw the relay get away from him, Brandt was able to react on his own then and take home plate. So, I thought it was just a really exciting, tremendous baseball game. I mean, we were very fortunate to win.
Moving Brandt up to the 6th spot before this game, was that just to split up all the lefties?
That's it. Yeah. We got so many lefties in there, and I know we're going to. Miller's they're one of their top 2 right-handed arms out of the bullpen, so I wasn't surprised to see him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Takadic, I think, is their closer. But outside of that, I'm guessing that's all we're going to see all weekend are the left-handers.
It seemed like Zach wasn't as sharp as the game went on, but he made big pitches when he had to.
Well, that's Zach, I mean, even when he doesn't have his great stuff, and he didn't have great stuff, he didn't walk many batters, it's probably my fault. He hadn't walked the batter, and then I really kind of wanted to pitch Blom carefully with the runner on first base and 2 outs. That kid, he ambushes some fastballs, and he's hit 4 home runs for him, and the wind was blowing out the left, and I just didn't want to give up a 2-run homer, so we kind of pitched around him, even though it put a runner in scoring position. and it kind of got Zach out of a groove, I think, and then he walked the next batter. But getting Shoemake to ground out there with the bases loaded was a huge out. But that's what Zach Hess does. You know, he never gives up. He competes right to the very end, and ultimately gave his team a chance to win the game.